Coach, congratulations.
Thank
So
you.
many positives.
Yeah.
Let's start, though, at the end of the game. Could you take us inside what unfolded?
Just part of the game, just a little brush up, nothing major. Guys out there competing, both teams. It came down to the wire. Both teams played hard, competed, played our styles, and it just comes down to competing and making it about the game. We have to keep our composure at the end of games, but just a part of basketball.
Was there anything in particular that upset you that you could share with us?
Nope, nothing upsetted me. I'm excited about the win. Excited about us taking care of home court. Like I said, those guys over there are my brothers, Mont, Chris, everybody. We compete, though. Like, when the game starts, in between those lines, we're going to compete. And with our guys, the same thing. They're going to go after it, and that's what happened tonight. As far as at the end of the game, it's not really much. Two guys talking, we run up on each other, break it up, and walk off the court. So that's it.
Getting back to the game, the X's and O's, they were tremendous from three, almost set a new season high. What was the key to overcoming that? Because usually that's the great equalizer.
Yeah, we have to do a better job of contesting their threes. We were in rotations a bit, trying to take the ball out of Booker's hands. And, you know, those guys do a great job of hitting DeAndre when he's diving. He was making the right plays, and that's something that we can clean up going into the next game.
Another night where Zion lived in the paint. What do you think about the way he just keeps coming at defenses?
He was great, phenomenal all game from start to finish, defensively on both ends of the floor. Z was fantastic, and then just making plays down the stretch. Z, Larry, Jose, even CJ, good to see him have a pretty decent game. And, you know, that's what it's about for us, execution at the end of games.
Yeah, and I mean another night where it seemed like he touched every part of the game. I mean, you know, how does it help you guys when he's active rebounding? You know, he's rotating on defense like that.
It's huge. Having Z on the floor and the gravity that he pulls, he's making plays for his teammates, and at the right time of the game, you know, he's attacking, getting to the paint, getting to the free throw line, and it's just fun to watch.
You know, there's always going to be some extra emotion when two teams that met in the playoffs last year play again the next season. Just what did you think about the environment in the building tonight and how that impacted the game?
It was great. We love it. We love playing here on our home floor in New Orleans. Our fans were fantastic. And just two good teams battling it out. It's good to be on the winning side of it. We got another one Sunday. And so we talked about it a few days ago in practice. This is like a playoff-like situation where you get to play a team twice and then make adjustments. I'm sure they're going to come out and, you know, bring more physicality, and we'll take a look at the film and try to get better.
Yeah, Naji told us last game he loves when the game gets physical, when there's a little talking on the court. Just what did you think about his impact on the game tonight on both ends?
Naji's been great the last two games. Good to have him back. He's guarding guys. Him and Jose, they come in the game and they just cause havoc. But that's what they've been doing since I first got here in Summer League, the same thing. It's good to see the carryover. All of our guys came in the game and they contributed. I thought Dyson did a good job guarding guys on the perimeter, rebounding, pushing the ball when we got stops, and that's the game for us.
Also, along with Naji, Larry, another really great night. Just what did the combination of those two just do for your defense tonight?
Say it again.
For Larry and Naji, the combination of those two, what did they do for the defense tonight?
Well, they can guard multiple size guys. They can guard wings. They can guard bigs. So it allows us to switch, stay home a bit on some of their shooters. And they just bring a level of physicality to our team that we need each and every night. And good to have Larry and Naji, Jose coming in and giving us big minutes in our second unit.
And then back to the end of the game real quick, because we didn't really have a great vantage point. Did somebody take exception to the dunk at the end, or was it just words that kind of dusted it up, or just from your point of view?
I don't know. I don't know what caused the stir. I do know that when you get two teams that are competing the way we compete, I know Monty knows me, two coaches that believe in playing hard every single play. That kind of stuff, it happens. We don't want it to happen. We don't want guys out there scuffling or what have you, and it didn't get to that point. But, you know, it's just a part of the game.
talked about they do a really good job of putting in rotation. They had 22 made threes tonight. How hard is it to not overreact? You talked about making adjustments. You know, sometimes teams just hit shots, so like 50% shooting, 22 made threes. Sometimes it could be a good night. So when you go back, look at the film, how hard is it not to like overreact to that kind of shot making?
You know, at the end of games, when the game gets a little tighter, you have to be aware of threes. And I thought we did a decent job in the fourth quarter. It's something we'll go back and take a look at on film, but that's a part of their game. That's what they do well. They got a ton of guys that can catch and shoot, and they got Booker, Chris, and Campaign getting into the lane, getting into the teeth of your defense, and then kicking it out. So it's something that we can clean up. But on the flip side, we have to play our style, and we try to get to the paint, try to get to the free throw line, continue to go paint the great. When we have opportunities to shoot threes, we try to take them.
Coach, 20 points, 25 minutes from Jose tonight. Looked like he was maybe favoring it a little bit. Was there any thought of maybe trying to tell him, you don't have to play tonight, there's a whole long season, or is talking Jose out of playing when he feels ready something that the team just isn't going to try and do? You're going to let Jose be Jose?
No, he was ready to play. So if he's ready to play, he'll be out there.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Hey, Willie, the other day, I guess it was yesterday, you said that you didn't know if this was a rivalry yet. Is it a rivalry?
I'm still not sure. You know, we got a ton more games left, but you know, we look forward to the challenges. Once again, it allows us to look at our team and see where we are, and we know we can compete with the best. Long season ahead of us, so we try not to get too far ahead, but it's a blessing, and we're seeing the Lord's Spirit on our team. It's the reason why guys are committed, why our staff and everybody is buying in, and we just want to continue to serve each other and be the best that we can every single night.
Coach, could you talk about Zion's comfort level? It seems like it's a night and day difference where it's not just with his teammates, not just his play, but he's reacting to the crowd. You know, he's reaching out. He's really just being himself out there.
Well, I think it goes back to Zion missing, you know, a season plus of basketball, not being able to have these moments and share in these moments with his teammates and appreciate the journey that it takes. And so we're seeing sort of the back end of him coming out of injuries, knocking off some rust early in the season, and now he's starting to hit his stride, and it's just beautiful to watch. I'm so proud of him, proud of the work that he's put in, and you know, he's been huge for us.
And we talked last game about CJ going through some struggles, had big 10 points in that third quarter. How good was that to see, and how much did that give you guys an added boost?
It was great to see. I'm so happy for CJ. You know, he was struggling with not necessarily feeling well for a while. He's starting to come out of it, missing some easy shots that he would normally make, and tonight was a good game for him, and we needed it. We needed his play on both ends of the floor, so good to see him make some shots for sure. Okay, thank you guys.
Jose, can you walk us through what happened there at the end of the game?
I don't really remember what happened. I'm glad we just got to win. You know, we got to focus on Sunday.
When you play a game 2 in a row against a team like this, what will your Saturday look like? How does it change facing an opponent that you just played versus playing an opponent that would be new?
We know it's gonna come. We're gonna have to compete. You know, we know they gonna try to bring their best game Sunday because obviously we won today, but we're gonna just stick to what we do at good. You know, playing defense, playing Pelicans basketball, and learn from the mistakes we did today, and you know focus on you know just competing on Sunday because we know it's gonna be a tough physical game, and just be ourselves and we'll be all right.
And how are you feeling? You weren't 100% quite coming in, and then it looked like you took another shot during the game.
My uncle's always told me you're tougher than you think. So that's my mindset. You know, if I'm gonna go out there, you're not injured. You know, if you're gonna sit out, if you're injured, you're gonna have, excuse my language, acid, then you need to sit out. So if I suit up, there's nothing wrong with me. But you know, I'm just gonna focus on on trying to be healthy, completely 100%. I'm not 100, but like I said, if I'm out there, I got to be 100. So we just going to compete. I'll be fine. I'm all right. I'm tougher than I think, like he said.
Jose, did this game remind you of the playoffs last year when you faced the Suns?
Yeah, it's tension there all the time. We hated that they beat us on our own floor to lose a playoff game. So, every game we play them is going to be physical, really locked in. And I guess it's always going to be a playoff game to us because we're never going to let that game go. And until we eliminate them in playoffs, or until we in the playoffs and winning and they sit at home, I think it would be fine.
And Zion had a season-high 35 points tonight, carried you guys a little bit down the stretch there. What have you seen from him, like, say, compared to the start of the season? Just how comfortable does he look now to you than, say, back in October?
That's the camera right there, right? Zion Williams, MVP. That's just how he's playing an MVP. MVP, everything right now. He just being a great leader, coming in, showing that all that. He heard all that talk, when he was sitting down, and he's competing. He's being an MVP player. So Zion Williams going to be, he keep playing like this, he would be MVP.
For you, knowing the opponent tonight, did that give you any extra motivation to try and fight through and try to play?
Yeah, I wasn't sitting out 100%. I don't not to care about anybody else, but if that person plays, I'm playing.
How much do you relish the matchup against that person?
I compete, I know he's there. I really don't, we just going to play basketball.
Was something said towards you, or did you say something towards him at the end of the game after the buzzer went off?
You trying to get it out, huh? Like I said, I ain't want to talk really about it. I just want to talk about the team, the win that we got. That's just something else that I did with myself. So yeah, it's just more. Let's focus on the great win we had today.
Yeah, Zion has talked about it was hard for him to be out in that playoff series. Like, he wanted to be part of that environment. Could you see him enjoying these moments to play in games that really matter?
Yeah, man, I'm happy for him. This is what he loves to do. This is what, he is for, to do this. This is what he do. So I'm happy for him. He was mad. He frustrated that he couldn't play with us and help us out. So he knew. He said, don't worry. He told the whole team, don't worry. I'll be back. We be back. And I'm happy for him. This is what, he wanted to do. And, it ain't no surprise of what he doing. I seen it. Y'all seen it. And like I said, he's just competing for a very high level and being a great leader, doing the little things, little do people don't know. Obviously, scoring is what he's doing for us, but he also doing a lot of great things, second chance, rebounds, blocks, and, chasing down blocks and getting steals, And y'all keep asking how his defense. I'm telling you, he's better. It's way better than a lot of people think it is. So he's being an MVP player for us. Y'all good? Y'all good? Thank you. Appreciate y'all. Y'all be good.
Thank you, Jose.
CJ, anything you can walk us through there that unfolded at the end of the game?
Z did a 360 windmill. It was nasty. It was at the rim. Probably be on SportsCenter tonight. And that was it. Couple guys having conversations. Trying to figure out what we're going to eat for dinner tonight. I like smoothies after games, so I enjoy a berry smoothie. Go home, watch some Netflix with my wife. And we'll see him around high noon? Is it high noon or 2:30? Even better, I can get another hour of sleep. See him again around 2:30.
Little victory smoothie. What was the key to overcoming their three-point shooting tonight? Because they lit it up from beyond the arc.
Yeah, I thought we pushed transition. Did a great job of getting to the free throw line. Got in the bonus early, which was helpful for us. And then I think the right guys were shooting. Obviously Booker's great. CP, they got 8, and they got a lot of guys that can knock down shots. But you want to make the role players, have to step up. And they made shots. Credit to the role players for making shots. But we'll live with that.
Besides Netflix and the smoothie, anything about your process different when you face the same team twice in a row versus a different opponent?
No, we played them a lot last season in the playoffs. We run a lot of the same stuff. That's a team with great culture, well coached. They know how to execute. So I'm just watching film, figuring out ways to continue to get better in attacking, taking care of the ball, pushing transition. We gave up some second chance opportunities. We let Damian Lee shoot, and that's a no-no. You want other guys shooting, not the guy that's 50% from three. But I think all in all, we'll watch the film, figure out ways to get better, figure out ways to not give up 9 threes in a quarter, and I look forward to Sunday.
Yeah, Z has told us a couple times that he's been looking forward to being in an environment like this, playing in a game like this. How did you see him kind of respond to the way the crowd was going crazy tonight?
He was a plus 30 in a close game, so that tells you how dominant he was offensively, defensively, pushing tempo, getting to the free throw line. He gets us in the bonus early. He changes the game, for everybody, makes the game easier in terms of pushing tempo, always putting pressure on the basket, and always drawing, multiple defenders. So I think he relished this opportunity. I think him sitting last season and seeing, how we were playing, especially after the trade and as we went to the playoffs, he was relishing this opportunity to be out there and to be able to play in big moments and meaningful games, and he's delivering and playing like an MVP.
Yeah, and you've been talking about trying to get your legs back, trying to get back right. Had that big third quarter, 10 points. How good did that feel to finally start feeling like yourself again?
It felt good, man. I've been struggling, just trying to get, my legs underneath me, still dealing with some stuff from COVID. But, I don't make excuses. I haven't played well, but it's a testament to our team for continuing to help us win games when I'm missing wide open shots. So I got to continue to get into the lab like I always do, focus on the little things, and as I continue to recondition myself and get back into rhythm, I'll be better, our team will be better, and we'll continue to win games.
In their locker room, campaign after the game said that he felt like the game was pretty much over and that the dunks was not a sportsman-like thing to do.
They got to get back on defense if they don't want us to dunk the ball.
And I got your thoughts on that one.
Get back on defense.
And what do you think about the job that Naji was able to do coming in with the energy that he had tonight?
He was great. He looks forward to these types of moments, these types of opportunities to get out and run, play fast. They changed the game right away. Stars got to do a better job, and I got to do a better job of getting us into stuff quicker, making sure we're executing so we're not starting off, down 4, down 5 when we sub. But he was great defensively, made big shots, hit some free throws down the stretch for us, and is showing his growth and development.
When it comes to Sunday's game, how hard is it, or is it a challenge to get back at more of an even keel after riding the emotions of tonight?
No, we know what needs to be done. We're continuing to get better, building winning habits, playing against a really good team who's been in the playoffs a lot of years in a row, who's been to the finals. So we have a lot of goals and things we want to accomplish, and it starts with protecting home court, and it starts with, rising to the challenge and rising, each night, and regardless of who you're playing against, whether it's the same team or a new team.
Thanks,
You've talked, quite a bit in the past, just how hard it was for you to sit out that first round series. How fun is it to be part of nights like tonight when there's, atmosphere?
It's amazing. That's what the game is all about. The Suns are a great team, great organization, and they've built up a resume that earned that. So, to play against a team like that in an environment like this, can't ask for anything better.
Yeah, and not trying to get you in trouble or anything, but the dunk at the end, I guess, why did you decide to put that one up?
That was a little out of character for me, but you got to understand. You can understand it or not. They sent my teammates home last year. I missed all last year. I got carried away a little bit. I admit that. But, I was in that locker room. My brothers were down because, the Suns sent us home last year. That's a tough moment to be a part of. So in that moment, I got carried away. I admit that. That was out of character for me. So, if they was to do the same thing, I wouldn't have no problem with it.
Yeah, you had a few plays in that fourth quarter where you were screaming at the crowd. Just describe what your emotions were like, as it just started going up in that fourth quarter.
I mean, in those moments like that, you get the crowd going because, when the crowd start chanting defense, I say it all the time, especially when Jose does it. You feel that energy. It gives you kind of like a shot of adrenaline, and you want to sit down and make the big play defensively.
And just one of those free throw trips you had, they had the loud MVP chants. Just how did that feel hearing that from the home crowd?
Those moments are always funny to me because it's like, man, I better make this free throw.
What do you think of the job that, obviously Jose does his thing off the bench, but Larry and Naji and the job that they were able to do in the defensively tonight?
I mean, I can't stress it enough. I feel like I say it every post-game interview. We have a deep team. We have a lot of depth. So when those guys come in there and do that, it's not surprising to me. It's just one of those, I'm happy the world get to see them on this stage.
We were talking to Larry in the locker room, and he was kind of marveling at the fact that this is still game 20 for you after a very long layoff. Do you feel, he said it, he doesn't know if you're 100% of what you are right now. Do you still feel like you're working toward that, or you feel like you're close to being 100% Z?
I feel like I'm still working towards it. It's certain moments where sometimes I look at Coach like, Coach, I need one right quick, or kind of feel a little tired at some points when it's like I shouldn't really feel this tired at this point in the game. So I feel like once I go the whole game without feeling too fatigued, I know I'm where I need to be.
Y'all held them to only 8 offensive rebounds. They're one of the better offensive rebounding teams in the league. What did you think of the job you guys did on the glass tonight? And what's that focus?
That was just more so game plan discipline. A team like that, they're great shooters. So if they get those second chance points, DeAndre Ayton, he has great touch around the rim, great touch in mid-range. So if he gets the rebound, he's very capable of hitting the shot or just kicking it out to one of their great shooters. And, I mean, them hurt. When you work hard on defensive possession and they get the rebound and hit a three, them hurt sometimes. So that was just game plan discipline.
Does it seem kind of fitting that you would have your season high in points so far this year in this particular game? And how nice in general does it feel to be able to get carried away?
It's a complicated answer. In the moment, obviously, it felt amazing getting carried away. But, looking back on it, I got to be better than that. My stepdad and my mom taught me better than that. So it's got to be better than that. And what was the other part of your question?
Season high in points in this game.
Yeah, I don't really care too much about that. I just like to win. No problem. You guys have a great night.